Hey everyone, it's Victoria from Musical Victory, and today I'm going to be talking about the important topic, how to reprogram your mind for success. So how do you wake up in the morning full of energy? How do you stay consistent to reach your goals? How do you go about actually being able to go through a task that is really difficult for you, but you know it's something that has to be done and it's on your #1 priority to do? So I know that this is something that's really difficult for most entrepreneurs, and in order to really become a successful one, this is something that has to be mastered. So like Jim Rohn, the famous motivational speaker, he always used to say, consistency is key. Without consistency, you cannot reach your goals, you cannot reach your dreams, you cannot reach and make the impact that you want to make because you're lacking consistency. And if you're lacking consistency, you're not going in a direction that's quick enough, that's fast enough, and you're not using what most entrepreneurs use, which is speed. Speed towards your goals instead of overthinking and making a huge fuss about things in your own mind that shouldn't even be taking place. So, without further ado, here are the ways to reprogram your mind for consistent success. So the #1 thing that I feel all individuals should have in order to be more successful and to reach your goals at a faster pace is to implement a morning ritual. Now this has to be a daily morning ritual. And a morning ritual basically consists of something that you're gonna do repeatedly each and every day when you wake up. Now, when I first started this, I had a really hard time even waking up, at 7 when I had to go to work. I would roll out of bed and be like, oh my gosh, it's another day. Stop. Already a mindset issue, right? Instead of thinking that way, I should have thought, oh my gosh, it's Monday. It's an amazing day. It's another day of life that I have that a lot of my music therapy patients do not have exactly because they don't know when their last day and their last breath is. So really appreciate and be grateful for the day that you have and wake up with a mind that's ready to face the day. Now, how do you do this? How do you develop a morning ritual? This is different for everybody. Some people like to go to the gym for an hour and really get, their body moving, get their organs woken up. And some people like to do something simple like reading or centering themselves or listening to a playlist that's really inspiring or motivating. So my personal morning ritual, what I really like to do is I like to wake up in the morning, and right now I'm waking up at 6. My next goal is to wake up at 5:30, and then my final goal is to wake up at 5 a.m. So wake up at 6, go and get my water. Sometimes I go and have my green tea in the morning after I flush my body out with water. I drink at least 1 bottle every single morning, okay? And that's so important to me. If not, I feel like I'm kind of dragging. And then I go ahead and I put on good old Tony Robbins, okay? And I listen to some of his motivational things on YouTube. A lot of his content is free out there, you guys. You can just go ahead and follow him on YouTube or Jim Rohn. I listen to any kind of motivational entrepreneur that really gets me prepped and gets me going for the day. So that's what I do next. And after that, what I started to do is a little bit of yoga in the morning. So I have my mat, I'll lay it out on the floor, and I put on some music that really gets me centered and focused. After I do that for at least 15-20 minutes to warm up my body, that's when I go ahead and I look at my 2 journals. Now, the 2 journals that I have, okay? I always like to end my day with a productivity planner, and in this one, I write my goals for the next day. So I look at this journal in the morning, after I'm done waking up my body, after I'm done fixing my mindset, I look at this journal and I think, okay, what are the 3 most important tasks I have for today? If it's more than 3, I tend to get overwhelmed and I tend to lose focus. So I really only focus on 3 tasks per day. And this is the journal that I use. You can find it on Amazon, you can find it anywhere. In the future, I might put the link in the description box so you might be able to find it there too. But this is the journal that I use to be able to be more productive. So I write in it in the evening, I wake up, and this is the first journal that I look at in the morning, okay? So that's the first thing I do. The second one that I look into is the gratitude journal. And this was given to me by my really good friend. And this was given to me right after a conference that we went to and we met a lot of entrepreneurs at in Florida. And it's the 5-minute journal. It comes from the same company, I believe, as the productivity planner. But I really, really like this one because it reminds me of gratitude. It reminds me of what I'm thankful for. And usually I jot down things like my family, my boyfriend, my breath, this opportunity, this day, whether it's rainy or cold outside. I don't care, you guys. I feel so good after journaling in this one that my positive mindset lasts throughout the rest of the day. So even if I like come across something that's really depressing, or if I see somebody honking at me, giving me the finger in a street, it doesn't really matter to me anymore. It's like I kind of can overcome it just because I'm journaling in here. And this is a great journal, I really suggest it. Okay, so I'll also try to link this in a description box for you guys. It's just really organized. I'll show you guys a page that I didn't write in. So it has this really nice beginning with like a quote, and then it talks about what you're grateful for, what would make today great, and daily affirmations of what you are. So those are the 2 journals that I use. Now, when you're looking at me talking about this or listening to me talk about this, the most important thing to keep in mind is that consistency is key. If you have a desire to do something, you might not do it, okay? You might have a desire, but the situation you're in is probably not painful enough for you to want to get out of it. So what can you do? You really have to program yourself. Consistency is key. Every single day, make sure that it's a habit. Make sure that it's a ritual that you have, okay? So that's my morning ritual so far. Another thing that I like to also add to the morning ritual, but I haven't been doing this as often Another thing that I like to add to the morning ritual, but this is something that can be done any time of the day, okay? And usually I do this if I am nervous about something, or I feel like I'm not prepared to do something, or there's something that I really have to overcome, okay? I have a brag and past experience success journal, and in this journal I basically write all the things that I've accomplished in my life that I thought I would not be able to do, but I put my mindset to being able to accomplish them, and I was able to do. So you have no idea how amazing it feels when you look at pages of things that you've been able to accomplish that you doubted yourself, that you doubted you would be able to accomplish in the past. So that's one thing, the brag journal, the past experience journal. Another thing that I do have, it's really similar to the productivity journal I showed you guys earlier. It's the goal book. But this is not just goals for every day. It's goals that I have in a year, goals that I have in the next 5 years. And I might do a video about that later for you guys too. So that's another journal that I like to keep too. And then of course the gratitude book that we went over earlier. And that's the one that I'm currently using just because it's really organized, and also my good friend gave it to me, so I love it. Again, like I said, you guys, in order to have this morning ritual really work for you, you gotta be consistent. Really, the number one thing I wish I had kept on going and kept on doing with consistency every single day. So if you stay consistent, you're more prone to get higher results than somebody who's just dabbling. Somebody who's just dabbling on trying to have a morning ritual. So make sure every single morning, if this is something you want to commit to, do it every day, do it with excellence, and do it with mastery. So that's what I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to click like. And if you have anything else you want to add to your own morning ritual, that's just mine, and it's going to progress. My morning ritual is always going to change. But if you have anything else that you do in your own morning ritual, please make sure to comment below, share with anybody that you think this will inspire, and make sure to subscribe for future videos. I'm going to be making a lot more, and I'm super excited about growing this channel with everyone. So again, life is like a song ready to be written, okay? Don't let anybody else write your life song, write it yourself, okay? To your musical victory. Bye, everyone.